What's up, YouTube? I'm back. It's part 2 to my video. So I want to address the questions that I've been getting about Ben's R case. Obviously, I can't say the word due to YouTube's heavily censored policies. And bear with me, guys. I'm new to YouTube. I really didn't have any reason to make YouTube videos prior to this, but once I've seen what's going around, I can't keep my silence. I mean, I personally knew this guy. I went to school with him. How can I sit here and keep my silence? So bear with me. I'm new to YouTube, guys. But anyways, so yes, I do remember that incident. I was not at the house party that they were at, but I do remember that time period where this happened, and it was big news around town. And it was Ben, his younger brother, and his name is actually pronounced Moore. I do remember when all three of them R'd this poor girl. We'll call her H. And H was in my school. She was a grade below me. She was actually my best friend's sister's good friend. And H was a very bubbly personality type girl. She was, from what I remember from her, she was always smiling and always happy. I remember she was like one of the bubbliest people I have to this day ever met in my life. You know, she was on the cheerleader team. She was good at cheerleading. You know, she was just this all around bubbly personality, good energy, just the type of person that, you know, has kind of like a magnetic type of personality. And it really, you know, so this, I had completely forgotten about this. You know, it was so many years ago. And when I saw John Bravo's video of him digging it back up, because they tried really hard to bury this. And you guys know how Johnny is. Johnny will find dirt on anybody. So, you know, thank you, John Bravo, for, you know, getting that stuff put together and calling this guy out, because he truly deserves to be called out on all his lies, and especially this horrific thing he did to H. So I remember when that happened, you know, it was big word around town. And I'm not sure if all of them, but I remember Moore, he fled to Israel. I believe they all fled to Israel at one point for some time. And then obviously they all ended up coming back and got arrested when they got back. And, you know, as you guys saw from the court documents, Ben admitted to what he did, and even ratted on Moore, which was his best friend. I don't know if they're still friends, but back then, you know, they were like this. So so about H, it really breaks my heart, because after this happened to H, it changed the girl, and as it would change anybody. I remember one day at school, by the cafeteria, she was wearing her cheerleader's you know, outfit, and I just saw her break down in tears, and the sadness on this girl's eyes, and her energy was just so sad. And I mean, of course, who wouldn't be? You know, if that happened to anybody, you know, they would feel that way. I mean, it's horrific. But this is tough. Like, I really don't like talking about this kind of stuff, but I do remember H broke down at school one day, and by the cafeterias, just it was like the break between second and third period. We had like a 10-15 minute break, and she just completely broke down in tears, bawling, sobbing. And I remember her friends came, her friends came to, you know, comfort her. I remember the dean of the school, the nurse, and a few staff members, they came, because she was hysterically just bawling her eyes out. And they took her to the office. I believe she went to the nurse's office because she was so hysterical. And I don't really remember seeing her after that. From what I remember, I'm not 100% sure about this, but I do remember that she either um, took the high school exit exam and left high school early, or she, I don't remember her finishing from that school after that incident where I saw her just completely break down. And it's really sad and disgusting what these guys did. But on a positive note, I did look up her profile, and it looks now that she seems to be doing well. It says that she got a bachelor's and a master's degree in psychology, and she's a therapist for children, and I believe it said substance abuse counseling or substance abuse therapist as well. So thankfully, it looks like she was able to move past these horrific events and use it to become a licensed psychologist. And I'm very proud of her for doing that. A lot of people in her shoes would not have been able to move past that, but it looks like she took her situation and created something out of it, and I'm very proud of her for doing that. But yes, I do remember that time, and it was big word around town, and all three of them, there's no excuse for what they did. I mean, I saw Ben said he's gonna make some kind of video addressing what's going on. And I'm really curious to see what he's gonna say to this, because there's really nothing you can say. I mean, he was of age, and he R'd a minor, yet alone a minor who had never had S before. And for it to be her, I mean, she was such a bubbly, bright girl. I just don't understand. Yeah, she was heavily intoxicated, but I mean, come on, how big of pieces of S's are you guys to take advantage of a poor, happy cheerleader that was at a party trying to have a good time? I don't like talking about this. I really don't. It boils my freaking blood. But yes, I do recall the whole incident, and they tried really hard to brush it under the rug. But thank you, Johnny Bravo, for digging up the dirt and for exposing this guy for who he actually is. So I just wanted to address that matter. I got more topics on this guy, so stay tuned. I got more parts coming. Thanks, guys, for all the love. See you next time.